T-Man 978 Chill Review.
Hello everyone, T-Man 978. Welcome to my Masterpiece and Masterpiece equivalent Hound Chill Comparison Review. It's going to be featuring Maketoys Gundog, Fans Toys Willis, and Transformers Masterpiece Hound. They all turn into nice Jeep representations. Unlike the rest of them though, the official Masterpiece actually says Jeep right there, as you can see by the side view mirror. But pretty much they have similar details in the body of the actual Jeep. This one has a gas cap right there. This one has a gas cap. This has the gas cap right here. I think these went with the original vehicle, which was some type of Mitsubishi, whereas this got renamed as a Jeep. But I still see similar details in certain areas. This one has a cover for the extra tire right there. This one doesn't. These two have rubber tires. This one doesn't. This one is made out of completely plastic. This one has die cast and plastic. Official Masterpiece Hound comes with drivers you can use. You can have the hologram guy, or you can have this fully articulated Spike. Watch the full review to see all about him. But they sit in there comfortably. Spike actually has a peg on his foot that's supposed to go into some peg. He has a peg hole in his foot that's supposed to go into some pegs in there. But I can't really get it on there. This can move up and down. This can rotate and whatnot. You can, of course, remove the tire, but I'm not going to show off the transformation. You don't even need to take that off for transformation. You don't need to take this off for transformation, but it is capable of coming off, as you can see right there. And in fact, you can take this off if you want. It comes off a little bit too easy, to be honest. If this was my figure, and shout out to Pig for Life for lending this to me. Shout out to Joe for lending this to me for this video right here. Masterpiece Willis, Fans Toys Willis is actually mine. The windshield can actually go this way and lay flat. That was an actual thing that they did for some reason, I guess military reasons. And the headrest can adjust. One of Hound's options is this soft top right here. You can either leave this here and transform it like that. You can actually slide the front windshield underneath of here and put this bad boy right there. And yeah, now he has a soft top. Cover the back as you see fit. You could leave the canister and all that on here if you like. I took it off. And of course, Spike and the hologram could fit in there. The only thing that doesn't fit inside of him at all times is this hologram cone right here. His actual hand weapon, and I show this off in the review, can fit inside of his legs right there. Here's what the bottom looks like. Willis. Willis has all this back here, which is optional. They do not stay on well at all. They pretty much just slide over with this little clip thing right there, which I call it a clip loosely. This can go up and down and rotate. This can go up and down slightly with a piston and it has these little grips. Let's see what Spike looks like right there. He doesn't come with his own spike. You could rotate it as well. And optionally, they have, here's a shoulder cannon in robot mode. They have this little thing right here that's specifically designed like that, or the sole purpose is so you can put it on him and Jeep mode and it can rotate and whatnot. So this doesn't really adjust. The steering wheel can go up and down. You could fit Spike in here. You could fit MP10 Spike in here. Pretty sure there are pictures online. The side view mirrors can go up and down. It rolls. Looks like this on the bottom. There's nothing really under there looking crazy. I did mean to show this off. This may turn some people off right here, how low that's sitting. They did put some piston detail right there, or not piston, some like, suspension and all that junk, whatever you want to call it. They put that there. Did I show that these could adjust, and you get extra of these in case you break them. You cannot really store Willis's weapon anywhere. I guess you could throw it right here, and that's about that. And it has this hitch right here. I'm not sure what that's actually for. And Gundog, he rolls good as well, just like the rest of these. I didn't show Hound rolling. Before I move on to Gundog, Hound can actually lift this up. They have a cover for his face that looks like an engine, and this could be engine type detail. Now, to Gundog. He has this same feature right here. The steering wheel does not adjust or turn. In fact, I wouldn't even touch it because it just keeps unpegging itself. The side views are static. Here's this detail up here. Seats don't really adjust or anything. Here's this stuff back here that's removable, and these do peg on good. As you can see, you push them up. You have to actually remove this to push that up. This is his actual rail gun, and you can turn that around. In my full review, I show Spike sitting down holding that. Looks cool. But his shoulder cannon is peggable in here, and you can take his hand rifle and peg that to the shoulder cannon. So that's cool. He doesn't have any real foot room for humans, but the humans can fit inside of him. Mostly the MP10 size humans. You can have somebody sitting there, but look how little that looks. For giggles, I'll try to put Spike in here. You have to bend his legs up a lot. His butt isn't really touching the ground. There's no way his feet are gonna fit underneath of this steering wheel. Yeah, the hollow guy doesn't fit in there either. But all of these are nice. All of them have great detail. And yeah, since I'm not showing transformation, you can watch the individual videos. Amazingly, I just had to transform these guys for this part of this video. Willis was the easiest for me to transform. They all have one annoying part where it's like, Willis, you have to specifically do something with the arms. If you can get that down, the arms in this part right here, if you can get that down, he's easy to transform. Gundog on paper seems easy to transform, but this side part right here, a mess. I almost wanted to tear a little bit of hair out I have putting this in there, and that is freaking frustrating. Hound, oh boy. Hound is just like Willis, where if you know the steps, it's easy to do, but it's just so many steps, and you're scared that you're gonna break it because it costs so much, and the plastic does not feel as thick as these guys' plastic. So that's the only bad thing about him. But if you know all the steps, oh yeah, and this freaking thing right here, it can transform with him, but it constantly falls off. And I heard that that's a thing. Somebody else told me that they had that same issue. Like I said, if it was me, I would super glue that shit on there and I would never worry about it again. But like I said, all of them are good Jeeps. All right, here they all are in robot mode. I'm filming this out of order, so I hope it still makes sense. Here's what I want to do first. I want to show them with all their accessories. And I'm going to get the accessories out of the way, and then I can just start talking about their bodies and whatnot. Here is Gundog's shoulder cannon. In fact, here are all of their shoulder cannons side by side. As you can see, these two went with a more silver color, and he went with the flat gray cartoon aesthetic, and has like a yellowy green color right there. Of course, this is Fans Toys, and this is Masterpiece, and that's Maketoys. Maketoys cannon can go down and go up. If you move this out of the way, it can go up a little bit more. Back here, we see that the tire can store on his back. If you want to, the cannon that's used in the truck mode, it has a peg right here. You can actually lift that up some, clip it into that, and now you can have two side cannons right here. Here is his other rifle, or this is his main hand rifle right here. it has pegs on the side of it as well. So if you wanted to, you could, in theory, tab that onto there, and there you are. The tire can come off, and if you wanted to, you don't want this to be up, you can bring it down along his back like the other guys right here. They have it mostly down. With the tire off, you can tab it onto his forearm like a shield, like Captain America with a star and everything. You could also tab this onto the gun. This canister right here, you can push this tab down. The canister can also attach to the arm and be more weapons right there. Or you can take it over here and tap it to the gun. Everything taps to the gun. So this figure feels very Transformers Generation to me. With all those options as far as his weapons and stuff. That's something that would definitely happen with a Generations figure. Alright, Willis. Willis's cannon can go up. It can just go straight forward. This is his main gun right there, which looks a lot like the cartoon gun. And I'm not sure if I don't think the G1 toy came with this gun, but this is supposed to be his hologram projection gun. Of course, his is silver and more beefy, as you can see. You can also hold his Jeep mode rifle right here. And it's, you know what, this must be a G1 toy thing. It is very similar to the gun that Gundog holds. A lot similar. It even has tabs on there that it actually pegs in. I don't know what that beeping is outside. If you hear it, I'm sorry. His spare tire, you can actually put on his back. And his canister, you can also put this on his back if you slide this over enough. There you are with that. Here he has this face guard that he used in the second episode. You can put that there. I have not been able to get that to snap into place correctly at all, ever. Lastly, he comes with this cartoony face right here, which he has lines on the side of his cheeks, as you can see, but it's super duper close to what you get here. Super duper close. The eyes are bigger and more cartoony than this face right here. This face reminds me of Transformers alternators a lot, but there you go, that is way more cartoony. And of course, this should be able to fit onto here. But yeah, I'm trying to remember in my full review, was this on here? But it's not sticking on either one of these faces, but that's what it would look like. MP Hound, this is a 20, when did this come out? This made it into 2019, but he has better features. This can go up, can come down, swivel left and right, and in fact, if you don't want it on that side, you can swing it around and have it right there on this side. You can also swing this around. Come on, you. How do you bend? And you can have it on his back like that, out of the way, not aimed at anybody. He can hold his soft top as a shield. It is, let me just say it, it's fucking annoying getting this in his hand. This handle, like it moves while you're trying to clamp the hand on it, and it is stressful, so I wouldn't even bother. He also has this hologram cone, so he can make freaking holograms in his robot mode. He holds the gun well, but I'm not gonna lie to you, they need to improve on the peg system that Masterpiece is using because it's still not perfect. Another feature you can do in his robot mode with his gun, you can push that down, separate this. The weapons are capable of storing inside of the leg. In my full review, you can also see that his vehicle mounted weapon is folded up into the foot and the spare tire is folded up into the foot. You never have to take them off ever. So that's a cool feature. He pretty much holds all of his accessories on him at all time. The only thing he'll have over is this little guy right here, because what are you gonna do with him? Here's this face right here. This is my favorite face. It's expressive and I like it. You can lift this up, it is very extremely tight, which is a good thing at the end of the day. Pull this out, and that's how you take the faces off. You lift them up and they peg right here. In fact, let me do one of them right now. I'm gonna get his neutral face. Squeeze this down, and now he has that water visor that he used in that one episode. There you go. If you push it all the way down, his head won't be friggin' open. Here's his neutral face right there. And here's his excited yelling face right there. All of them look good to me. And I guess I should bring Gundog out here because I didn't do a close-up on his face. He only has one face, and it is very G1 toy old school accurate. I mean, it's nicely detailed, but that is old school right there. And it looks kind of creepy to me. But that's my opinion. Final thing, accessory-wise, that Hound can do, you can pull out this little hook, and you can put this key that he comes with right there, that he had Ravage trapped in a cage with. And there are third-party figures out. There's a third-party cage out there you can buy for Ravage. With all that out of the way, let's get into the articulation. I'm starting with Fanstoys Willis because he has the least. His head can look down, look up, and swivel. Shoulders go out that far. Rotate all the way around. You have to go around all of this kibbly bits. Swivel right there. 90-degree bend. Swivel right here, and all the fingers open up like that, and they go out that far. You have a waist rotation, legs go out that far, swivel right here. There is a bend here and a secondary bend, mostly for transformation, but I guess you could use it as a double jointed knee right there. And the foot comes out like that. It rocks very loosely. This is a complaint for me. The engineering was not good right here. That always is loose, and if you tighten it up, it still gets loose again. The toe does that, which is cool. You could move this seat back and get a little bit more range. And I don't know if you noticed that when you do the ankle pivot, this seat is visible. Gundog, his head is on a ball joint, so you can get a little tiny taste of tiltage. You can swivel, look up about that much. If you break the sculpt, he can, this is with the sculpt being correctly, he can look down a little bit at his own chest. But if you break the sculpt, he can look down a lot at his chest. Break it some more, he can look a lot up more. The shoulders go up to here. Swivel all around the kibble. Bicep swivel. Elbow bends. 90 degrees. Wrist rotates and the fingers open up just like Fanstoys. He has a waist swivel and ab crunch. And the ab crunch works reversely, but you see all that. Legs go out that far to the side, kicks forward only that much, kicks back that much, swivels here. It bends 90 degrees there, but you can also bend it there, less than 90 degrees. And if you want more than 90 degrees, you have to bring that chair out, which looks dumb. Ankle pivot does this. It can come forward a bit until it bumps into that. It can go back a lot. So his articulation is a little bit better than Fanstoys, but with the body design, I'm not sure if it looks better. I'm also not sure if I showed him kick forward, which is not a lot at frickin' all, and it can kick back more. Grab your popcorn. This guy does way more than that. You can swivel to there, to there. You can look up. Can look down, but if you extend the neck, because there is a hinge down there, you can look up a lot more. You can do a whole bunch of tilting. In fact, you probably saw me doing that earlier. And the head can rotate that far that way and rotate that far that way. You can get very friggin' expressive. Shoulders go up to here, just like the Maketoys one. Can rotate around, swivel at the actual bicep, but it also swivels down here, and there is a double joint up in there. Wrist rotates. Wrist hinges out like that. Fingers open up separately, the 3 bottom fingers. These fingers move separately as well. The thumb comes all the way back like that. So yeah, a lot of options as far as those hands. Dedicated ab crunch right there that doesn't break up the sculpt too much. Swivel. The hips go out to the side that much. Same type of articulation as Bumblebee and Optimus. He can kick up way more than 90 degrees. Back, not so much. Thigh rotation. The knee bends that much. People may have a problem with that are anal. They can swivel right here at the shin. The feet can swivel. Awesome. Double jointed ankles, so the ankle can go back that much and come forward that much. And super duper ankle pivot. Masterpiece Hound, clearly. Oh yeah, and I didn't even show his butterfly joints. So Masterpiece Hound is clearly the winner as far as articulation by a mile. Bruh, before I get to my final thoughts on them, I forgot to mention that Masterpiece Hound still has interaction as far as accessories with Spike. Spike is a fully articulated action figure, so it's almost like this is a 2-pack, basically. Final thoughts. All these look good. Here are all of them together. Side profiles. Fans Toys Willis, his back sticks out more than the rest of them. His front sticks out more than the rest of them. I don't know if you would care about that. Hound, his back is flat. His front is flatter than... Gundog has a flat front, but it kind of looks too flat. Or I think my problem with him is his abdomen is very, very small. So his proportions look a little bit weird compared to the other two, in my opinion. These are all my opinions. You can have your own opinion. This is what they look like from the back. I do not like the seats. Out of all of these, the seats. But yeah, let's just get this out of the way. These two, I really like the way they look. They remind me of the cartoon. This Willis looks like the cartoon. It takes on the MP10 aesthetics, where it looks like the cartoon, but there are a ton of details and certain things are different. Like the legs are thicker, the arms are bigger, and it just has a lot more robotic detail, if that makes any kind of sense. But definitely, it feels like it was made to fit in with MP10, and I think they did a good job. This looks just like the cartoon. It looks exactly like the freaking cartoon, and all the articulation, love it. Gundog. Gundog looks like a high quality Transformers Generations figure to me, to be honest. They didn't try to hide the wheels in any kind of way. They put the seats right there. The design is just overly different. His arms are humongous. The legs are humongous. And yeah, I feel like he got the short end of the stick. What I mean is the seats are still visible and in the way. I mean, they move with articulation, but then you got to correct stuff like that. The wheels are still visible. We got this steering wheel thing just dangling around right here and feeling fragile. I super dislike that. But as far as his weapons and whatnot, he does have a lot of options and compatibility with the canisters sticking to the arm, the wheel being able to be here or there, the wheel being able to hook to the weapons and whatnot. That stuff is cool. And if this was on my desk at work or something, I would be playing with it and moving him around. So it's not a bad action figure. Willis looks cool and looks like the cartoon and whatnot, but he has those early Fans Toys engineering issues, like this being able to move and dislodge, and it just feels a mess. And I was fighting this whole video trying to get him to even just stand up, because he constantly leans. You got to get him in that sweet spot and just take your hands away and pray that he doesn't fall over. He still looks like what he should look like to me. He feels good but it's just those feet that just kill me. And the articulation is extremely lacking compared to both of these, but mostly the MP Hound. MP Hound, like I said, looks just like the freaking cartoon. I like the face more, and he has better face options, and the way things work, the integrated visor in there, the way all of this is always connected and you never have to take it off. In the articulation, you already know which one I was gonna like more. The articulation is stupendous. It is crazy for a Hound figure, and in my personal opinion, I like MP Hound more. If you already have this guy, I wouldn't say rush out and get MP Hound. And let me mention some bad things about him. He is prone to breakage. I've been seeing all over the place that people are reporting that they break him straight out of box. Main things that break, this thing right here, I don't know how, but people, when they move it, they've been cracking that completely off. Transformer has a fracture right here, and if I look at this very, very hard, I do see a line right there, but Transformers is definitely cracked. Also, the paint is prone to scuffage. I don't know what kind of paint they're using on these Masterpiece figures, the Masterpiece G1 figures, but it is way more prone to scratching and scuffing and whatnot. And like I see this yellow paint right there is kind of wearing off. So that's the downside to him. These other two, I haven't worried about the paint on this, amazingly, and there's a lot of die casts. I don't see any paint wear on him. So if you got him, I wouldn't be in too much of a rush unless you like super duper cartoon accuracy and articulation, which I do like. So I do want that figure. This one, yeah, I never was interested in buying it, but like I said, it's still a good toy. So yeah, I hope this video helped you guys in some type of way. Thank you for watching. Share it with your friends. I hope you already clicked like, because this took some effort. Until next time, T-Man978 out of here. Click the videos. Click the fucking videos, baby. Click the videos. You should really click these videos. Click the videos. Click those fucking videos, baby. Click the videos. You really should click those videos. Click that shit. Go ahead and click that shit. If you did, you would like it. Really, really click that shit. Now I'm freaking gone.